So today I'm going to be speaking to you about 10 quick ways that you can cut down your expenses. So if you are looking at ways to save in your budget or cut down some expenses, please stay tuned. Hi, it's Yvette from Initiate Debt Free Mode, where we help you to budget better, ditch debt, and live a fuller life. One is on your utilities. It's very easy to overpay when you've been with the same provider for a long time. So what you need to do is just find out for your electricity, for instance, your kilowatts, your usage, really, both for gas and electricity, and then put those details into a comparison site. So if you're in the UK, you can use sites like Go Compare, USwitch, confused.com, compare the market. These are all really good sites that you can put your details in, and then they would give you an alternative on whether you're actually going to be saving money if you switch. I mean, we've done that over the course of 5 years. I think we've been with about 3 or 4 different utility providers, and so it is something that I would really recommend that you do. On average, we save about £250 a year every time we do the switch, so that's definitely a quick win for your budget. The second one is on insurance. It's similar to the utilities. It's also very easy to get comfortable with insurance and just go with your renewal pack. So most insurance companies will send you a renewal pack just about 6 to 4 weeks before your contract with them ends. What I'd always advise is, again, we're back to the comparison site. Put in your details, see if you can get a cheaper quote. Sometimes you might actually find that the same insurance company that you're with is going to give you a cheaper quote online than what they have sent you in the renewal pack. So it's always worth doing. And if you still want to stay with them, then you could just let them know, give them a call and say, well, this is the quote you gave me when I was online, so are you able to renew it at this quote? And most insurance companies will do that. Another way you can cut down on your expenses is with your TV package. Similar to the insurance quote, they should now, in the UK, they are legally obliged to send you your details just to let you know that your contract is coming to an end. So they're obliged to send you those details so you would know what they're charging you for the next phase, because most of the times you probably entered with a promotional offer, so you need to be conscious of the fact that the promotional offer, when it ends, you're probably going to be reverted onto the standard offer, which would be a lot more. So when they send you the quote, you want to again hop onto a comparison website, see if you can get a cheaper deal. Sometimes it might also be worth you looking at possibly downgrading your package if you don't need everything that it offers, so that you can get a cheaper deal and save some pennies in your budget. Number 4 is on your mobile phone, or the mobile phone contract. There are 2 ways that you could do that. You can downgrade your contract. So if you're on a lot of minutes, a lot of data, and you find that you don't really need that, you could look at downgrading that offer, just so that you're paying less a month, and it quickly adds up. You might save yourself about £10 a month, but that is £10 that you could use for something else, and over a course of a year, that's like £120. Another way to save on your mobile is by going SIM only whenever you can, especially if you've just paid off the phone, or if you're in the middle of paying off the phone. The phone provider would most likely send you upgrade offers. That upgrade comes with you increasing the amount of money that's going to that particular item on your budget, and what you want to do is to reduce that. Another way to cut down expenses in your budget is by either suspending or cutting out subscriptions that you're not using. So this is not to say that if you really need it, like gym, like therapy, I know there are people who actually do need these services. So although it might seem a bit of like a luxury or a want for majority of people, for others is actually a need. So it's not for things like that. But yourself, if you're honest with yourself, the things that you're just holding on to it. If you've got other subscription services like that, you can go through your things and put them on hold. We have got a really useful subscription and membership service tracker on our website. You can download it for free, so it will help you go through all your list of subscriptions, and then you can then at the end of it look at the purpose. You get to also think about what the purpose is, how that subscription is helping you achieve your current goals, or it's pushing you towards it. And if it doesn't have that kind of value for you right now, you can then look at least pausing it or canceling it for now. So I'll leave a link below. You can check that out and you can download that tracker for free. Another way you can reduce your expenses is by cutting out or spending a lot less on eating out. You actually have the budget for it, or if that absolutely works fine for you. But if you find that you are struggling with your essential commitments and you're looking at making some more room in your budget, that's definitely another place for you to look at. Another way to cut down on your expenses is by reducing your purchase of beauty products and also beauty care. So for instance, if you do manicure and pedicure every week or twice a month, you could look at putting it down to once a month, and even possibly look at putting in some DIY, looking for videos to show you how to do some DIY manicure and pedicure, so that if you do want to do it more than once a month, the other times you could do it yourself. Another quick win is by reducing or limiting your kit activities. So I know that this one is, it can be quite difficult as a parent, but the truth is sometimes we sign the kids up to a lot of activities that they're not interested in all of it anyway. We want them to do it more for us and to help, just because we want to give them everything that we can possibly give them. But these activities, they do add up, especially if you have more than one kid. So it's important to just have a sit down, evaluate what they're really into, what they're really enjoying, and for those areas that they're not particularly into, but you have given them the opportunity to try and get into it, you could look at least suspending it. If you give it a year or two, you go back to it, you find that they may have developed a newfound interest in that activity, or they may decide that it's not for them anyway. So for instance, with us, what we did was we actually suspended everything else the kids were doing, swimming and dance and everything else, and left the boys. We've got two boys, so the boys had football because that was the one they really enjoyed, and our little girl, she had gymnastics again, because that was the one that she really enjoyed. And cutting down on the amount of clothes that you buy and the frequency is also another great way to save money when you looking at your expenses, because generally you might buy a piece here, a piece there, but they all really quickly add up when you're looking at your monthly budget. So what you can do is try and allocate a certain times that you buy clothes in the year. Possibly you look at buying it maybe 3 or 4 times in the year as the season change, because one of the things is you do get cheaper clothes when that season is out. So for instance, in summer, if you're buying for winter, you're going to get it a lot cheaper. Another way when it comes to clothes, saving money on clothes, is to try and invest in higher quality clothes so that it's going to last you a longer time. One way that we often do not think about or talk about when it comes to saving money on clothes as well is keeping a healthy weight, because what happens is if your weight fluctuates, then it's more difficult for you to actually buy good quality clothes that last you a longer time. The whole point of being able to invest in higher quality clothes is that you keep a good and healthy weight, so that you don't have the need to change it often, and that will help you save some money in your budget as well. Finally, food. Okay, I'm a foodie, so food was one of the big things that I really needed to pay close attention to, because the thing with food is, because we know we need it, is essential, sometimes it's easy for us to go overboard without really thinking that we're wasting money, because we just think it's food, everybody needs food. So you need to keep an eye on your food budget. You need to keep an eye on your groceries. I would really advise, when it comes to trying to save money on your food bill, to start meal planning. So try and have a menu, a plan out every week on what your menu looks like, so that you can actually create a shopping list that goes with it. It will help you reduce waste. It will help you also have that organization, so that you know what you're eating during the week. So it would reduce the amount of times or the urge to just go out and grab a takeaway, or just go out to eat because you don't have any idea what you're cooking or what you're going to have for dinner. A quick win as well when it comes to food is swapping out the popular brands for the generic supermarket brands. It really would surprise you how insignificant some of the differences are. So most of the times when we want to swap to a generic supermarket brand, we make it fun as well. We will organize a blind tasting test, and I think so far it's very few products that will decide that, oh, actually I prefer the taste of the popular brand to the supermarket brand. But more than 90% of the time we find that there is really very little difference, and so we just stick to that. So it would be a good, and especially if you've got kids in the house, they'll really enjoy it. It's a fun way to come to that decision as a family, and also to take away that perception, and also get a quick win when it comes to saving money on your food budget. I hope this has been helpful. We've got a lot of free and useful resources on our website. It's initiatedebtfreemode.com, so do check us out on there. Until next time, thanks for watching.